You woke up this morning and, before a single conscious thought crossed your mind, your brain had already decided who you are, what you're capable of, and what today will feel like. And it based every one of those decisions on who you were yesterday. Your brain isn't showing you reality, it's showing you a recording. And there is a specific mechanism keeping that recording on repeat. And once you see it, you cannot unsee it. Every morning, the moment you open your eyes and start remembering your life, your unfinished problems, your unresolved frustrations, the conversation that still bothers you, your brain isn't catching up to the present. It's pulling up yesterday's file. Every thought you repeat becomes a belief. Not because it's true, but because nerve cells that fire together wire together. Each time that thought runs, I'm not good enough. This is just how things are. Nothing ever changes. Those neurons fire in the same sequence, strengthening the same connection. The more they fire, the more hardwired the circuit becomes. The more hardwired it becomes, the more automatic it runs. And the more automatic it runs, the more unconscious it becomes, until you are no longer choosing that thought. That thought is choosing you, but it's not just the thought, it's the chemical. Every thought triggers a release of peptides, chemical messengers that flood your body and produce an emotion. Your body has been receiving the same chemical cocktail: low-level anxiety, quiet frustration, familiar self-doubt, for so long that it has become addicted to it. Not because those feelings serve you, because they are known. And to the brain, known equals safe. This is what your state of being actually is: the combined signal of how you think and how you feel, broadcasting together. And for most people, that state is locked in before they've had a single cup of coffee, tuned entirely to the frequency of yesterday. So ask yourself this: if your brain is just replaying a recording every single morning, is it even possible to record something new without years of therapy or willpower you don't have? That chemical loop your brain runs every morning, the quiet anxiety, the familiar self-doubt, does it feel more like a habit or something deeper you've never been able to name? Drop your answer in the comments below, because what breaks that loop isn't willpower. It's something happening at the neurological level, and that's exactly where we're going next. But here's what that question is really asking. If the recording is all my brain knows, how do I record something new? And the answer isn't years of therapy. It isn't willpower. It's a shift that happens at the neurological level, and it starts with understanding one thing. Your brain cannot tell the difference between a vividly imagined experience and a real one. Read that again. When you close your eyes and mentally rehearse a future version of yourself, not as a daydream, but as a felt, emotionally charged experience, your neurons fire in the same sequence they would if it were actually happening. New circuits form, new wiring begins. This isn't visualization as wishful thinking. This is installing neurological hardware. But the hardware only installs when the emotion is real. You cannot rehearse your future in a flat, detached state and expect the brain to update its file. The feeling is the signal. When you generate a genuine elevated emotion, gratitude, confidence, certainty, before the evidence for it exists in your external world, you are telling your body that the future is already real. And your body, which only speaks the language of chemistry, responds accordingly. It begins signaling genes ahead of the environment, instructing your biology to match the person you are becoming rather than the person you have been. This is the mechanism the previous loop was missing. The chemical addiction to familiar feelings kept your body anchored in yesterday. Elevated emotion breaks that anchor, not by ignoring reality, but by giving the brain a stronger, newer signal to wire around. So here is the practical instruction. Close your eyes. Rehearse who you intend to be today, in one conversation, one decision, one moment. Feel what that version of you feels. Hold it long enough that it becomes familiar. Because nobody changes until they change their energy, and you change your energy by changing what you feel before the world gives you a reason to. Your brain was lying to you every single day. Now you know exactly how to tell it the truth. Subscribe for more, and watch the next video on screen. It goes even deeper.